I'm going to copy one of my favorite YouTube shorts, YouTubers, and talk about one of my favorite misconceptions about the medieval age, and that's economics. Now, the first thing that you really need to think about is the collapse of the monetary system of the Roman Empire. Now, essentially, what happened is that towards the end of the Roman Empire, they experienced a huge period of hyperinflation like they did during the crisis of the third century. Now, unlike Aurelian, who was able to completely reverse that and restore the currency so that it would be stable, and then Diocletian would reverse that later, the inflation kept getting worse and worse and worse as time went on. And because of that, people stopped actually using money as a medium of exchange and started using goods and favors. Now, the barter system, it is a complete misconception. This is a capitalist misconception where they tell you, money is absolutely needed because, because if you don't, the barter system doesn't work. But how it worked in all of these communal economies was literally just, I help you, you help me. I help you build your fence, you help me fix my car, right? Like, just an example like that in the modern sense, obviously. Um, but that's how it largely was during the medieval ages, because the collapse of the major institutions, the collapse of the grain dole, the collapse of the major armies and centralization in Europe, people started relying a lot more on the community for their help. And honestly, we're kind of experiencing that in a rapid succession right now. The United States is a dying empire. Let's be real. They just put in fucking basically the newest version of Honorius or Commodus. Fucking dumph. So like, America is a dying empire, and my theory is that maybe the federal government might collapse altogether, or a lot of federal governments across the world might start collapsing. Largely just because so many of them are in so much debt that they just can't sustain themselves anymore. Like it's happening up here in Canada, where my province of Alberta is, we got very little debt because our government pays off its loans because we had a fairly stable government. But with the federal government, Trudeau and Mark Carnegie, that's what I like to call them, they're literally like spendthrifts, and they believes in Keynesian economics, which believes that you can infinitely grow out of everything. And growth is good no matter how much it destroys the world. Despite their whole belief about climate change, their whole climate change shit is bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm not saying climate change is of course a thing, but their whole climate change alarmism and this pushing towards industry is complete bullcrap. It's just another capitalist ploy. It's another fascist ploy. So just keep vigilant and help out your fellow community.